we know that there is a formula for if you are going to add till first n natural numbers, it's going to be, so in many ways we can derive this. And these are nothing but sum of the first n terms. And in fact, what do you see about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to n? It's an arithmetic progression. APs, I mean simplest AP with starting term 1 and common difference. Okay. So, one may think of whether there is a formula for this. There is no formula actually, right? And moreover, if you want to see this sum, another doubt is whether this one is converging or diverging. So, that is another interesting thing, because what happens? What is happening there? The values are diminishing, right? Correct? 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5, 6. Then what happens is you since the numerator is going to be 1 and the denominator is becoming larger, so obviously it's approaching what? So, the nth term is diminishing. Please understand, nth term is approaching 0. As n becoming larger and larger, nth term is becoming 0, almost vanishing. The point is whether the collection vanishes or the collection not vanishes. I mean collection convergent or divergent. Okay, so we have actually lot of proof. I mean whether it is divergent or convergent. If you are going to take this, say 1 by 3 and 1 by 4, can you say that this is less than, sorry, is greater than 1 by 4 and can say that, right? So that is, this is equal to what? Half. That means this fellow is greater than half. Then I can take 1 by 5, 1 by 6, 1 by 7, 1 by 8. Then I can write each of them like this. But actually 1 by 8 is equal to 1 by 8. Here also 1 by 4 is equal to 1 by 4. But this collection, since this fellow is greater than this, and so the collectively it is greater. And this is again half, because it is 4 by 8. Therefore, if I am going to have, say something like 1 by 6, 1 by 7, 1 by 8, and this collection is going to be what? Greater than half. So, can you now guess what it's going to be the next? From 1 by 9 till each of them, if you take compare with 1 by 16, you get how many such 1 by 16s? So, another half. So, what happens is this S is equal to 1 plus half plus more than half plus more than half. Like that you will be having a lot of more than halves. But half and half gives what? 1. Are you able to understand? This will keep on continuing. Are you able to understand? Because even if it is diminishing, I can always take a very large number of such fractions. Since I am taking 4 here, next time I will take 8. Next set I am going to take 16. That is 1 by 17 till 1 by 32. So, that collection will give me 16 by 32, which is half. So, always I can do that. So, therefore, we can see that this is going to be what? Divergent. Are you able to understand? This is one proof, right? So, let me take an identity. Consider this 1 by n minus 1 plus 1 by n plus 1 is what? 2n by n squared. So, let us take that, of course, I am going to take n to be a natural number greater than or equal to 2. Let me take n is a what? Natural number, because otherwise this fellow, what will happen to this fellow? 1 minus 1, 0. It's invalid. So, can I say that this is greater than 2n by n squared? Yes or no? Why? So, this denominator is smaller, this one is smaller, this one is small. This one is increased. So you are increasing a larger one, therefore this is going to be, but what is 2n by n squared? 2 by n. So I have a very interesting 1 by n minus 1 plus 1 by n plus 1 is greater than 2 by, but if I am going to use if I am going to plug 1 by n in between, I am going to plug this fellow inside. It's greater than. So this is a very interesting identity. What identity? Not equation identity. It's an inequality identity. What is that? Sum of the reciprocal, of course this n is greater than or equal to 2. Sum of the reciprocals of 3 consecutive natural numbers is greater than 3 by the middle one. So if you are going to select say 4, 5, 6, 1 by 4 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 6 is greater than what? 3 by 5. If you take 9, 10, 11, 1 by 9 plus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 11 is what? This should or not? Okay, so what we can do here, I am going to do something interesting now. My S is going to be 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus okay. I am going to take these 3 together and so on. The first one will be 1, correct? So I can write S greater than, because this fellow is greater than what? 3 by 3. How? You have this identity, right? This fellow is greater than what? 3 by 6. This fellow is greater than what? So in the next block, who will be the middle fellow? 12. So what I am going to get? 3 by 12. So on. But what is 3 by 3? What is 3 by 6? What is 3 by 3? So on, right? But this goes to infinite, right? So S is greater than what? 1 plus S. S is greater than what? So in real number this will never happen, right? Because S plus 1 will be to the right of S. Therefore, if S is greater than 1 plus S, what you can say? Either this should be wrong, but this is not wrong. We have just used the identity and this is going to work for any, and this is going to work, natural number. That means S is not a number. The collection is not a number, then only it will flop. That means S is what? Divergent. S itself is infinity. Understood or not? All of you?